start by talking about the appeal of this role for you, stepping into this already established Bourne franchise and then bringing it to this whole new level that you all have?
Well, I play a new character for the Bourne franchise, and so does Jeremy Renner. It's this fourth film introduces two completely new characters, and I felt very excited because Tony Gilroy, who's the architect and the writer of the first three, wrote and directed this. So I felt like I was in the hands of the creator of the whole Bourne world, and he knows more about it than anyone else on the planet, I would think. So it was very exciting, and the idea that in this fourth film, the curtain gets lifted on the first three films, and you see who's really in charge. You think you knew who was in charge, and you don't. So it's I think it's a really exciting reveal.
Without talking too much about the story, the idea that when Marta and Aaron get together, they need each other so desperately to survive. One can't go on without the other.
Yeah.
Can you talk about how you're both in this together and what ensues?
Well, I think that's the real strength of the storyline is that my character and Jeremy Renner's character have met through my job and his job. We've come together, but I don't even know his name. He doesn't know my name. And for various complicated reasons, I can't survive without him, and he can't survive without me. And I mean, literally, neither of us can stay alive without the other. And so we're thrown together through necessity. And we're kind of an unlikely pair. We come from really different backgrounds, different places, and I think if we met in a bar, we probably wouldn't have gotten along. But we're thrown together, and we become very dependent on each other, and I think grow to care for each other.
Stepping into a role that required the physicality that this did for you, I think it was one of the first times you ever had to do anything this extravagant, this big. Working with a partner like Jeremy, who's so physically gifted, and he's just an athlete on his own. Can you talk about that and how it may have helped you?
His athleticism. Well, obviously, Jeremy's playing somebody who has to be very athletically and physically gifted. He has huge strength and physical ability. I'm playing a scientist who just has to do a lot of running, and so I didn't have to look as cool or as graceful as he does. So I just did my best, but Bourne's all about looking realistic, so I just looked like a real gal running.
And what was it like on the back of the bike?
Being on the back of the bike was just simply terrifying. I mean, I did trust Jeremy, and he's a great rider, but we were weaving in and out of hundreds and hundreds of vehicles in the streets of Manila, so it wasn't just trusting Jeremy, it was trusting all these other random drivers, and really anything could have gone wrong at any moment. Luckily it didn't, but it was properly scary. Yeah.
And have you been on the back of a bike since then?
I have not, actually. I was thinking I was going to learn to ride a bike, and recently I tried to have a lesson, and it's quite hard, actually. It's quite hard, yeah.
Thank goodness for Jeremy's skills.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice to